Hey, how's it going, everyone? Justin again. As always, thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. Hump Day's over with. Cheers to those of you that have your beers. Tonight we're going to talk about every item that Icon has sold within their first quarter. My thoughts and opinions based on pricing, durability, and overall what I'm hoping to expect come the second quarter. Because we're getting pretty close now. So as of April 1st, we should start seeing some new launch of the Icon products, right? Not exactly sure what they're going to release yet. They have not divulged that information to me. But what I can tell you is what has currently been on the shelf, what has been released as of the first quarter, and we can kind of cover some of the ins and outs of it and whether or not I think they're a good deal. So let's start off with number one. The impact socket. Okay, this is a 3/8 drive metric and SAE impact socket sets, but they're individual sets. You can get shallow or deep, and then they're going to be separate sets obviously here. But for the SAE, you get a 12-piece set, metric 13-piece set, but you're looking at $45 roughly for the shallows and about $50 for the deeps. Now I think this is a hell of a deal. Let me tell you why. So I have the Pittsburgh impact sockets, the swivel ones. In the past, I've had the 1/2-inch impact Pittsburgh sockets, and they were phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Now, I don't know if this is made of a different type of metal. It appears they would be. It is that shinier impact black socket that we've recently seen that even Gear Wrench has come out with. So I'd be curious to know how well these hold up, but I'll tell you what, for the ones that I bought from Snap-on some 8-9 years ago, okay, those things I would have to exchange various sizes every other year. So that kind of became a little bit of a pain in the butt, and I can tell you I paid a hell of a lot more than $100, or in this case $200 for deeps and shallows. So for the deep and shallow set that I have just in metric, I believe I paid somewhere around the $500 mark. Now if you was to just get the deep and shallow in metric, you're at $100. You decide to get both SAE and metric and deep and in shallow, you're around $200. Now I did just so happen to jump online to see how much maybe they sold for either on eBay or Amazon or whatever, and I did find an individual selling his shallow metric set, same set that I have, or at least half the set that I got because I got the deeps too. But just the shallow set, I think he's selling it for, oh, let's see. Yeah, $259.99. And I'll put the link down in the description to his page if you're interested in buying these. So $260 just for the shallow. So you can see my guesstimation on what it was that I actually paid for the deep and shallow just in metric is probably pretty close to being on par. All right, let's go ahead and jump on forward here and see the next batch of sockets. So 1/2-inch SAE metric Icon, right? $59.99 for the shallow and $69.99 for the deep. Again, a hell of a deal here if you think about it, because now you're paying what? About $260, $270 after tax, depending on what state that you're in, to buy both the SAE and the metric 1/2-inch impact sockets in deep and in shallow. All right, let's kick it off to the next one. Okay, they're reversible ratchet wrenches. Now, these are the ones that I had received and I've been thoroughly using for the last so many months now. We'd have to go back and see when exactly it was that I got them. But $150 per set, okay? $150 for the metric set, and then we're at about $120 for the SAE set. I've thoroughly enjoyed using these. The 15-degree angle that they have, or that offset they have, has been phenomenal. The open end for all the larger sizes has held up fine. The only issue that I ran into, like I had told you guys in previous videos, was the 10mm and the 8mm open end kind of splayed a little bit. But other than that, has been a phenomenal ratchet wrench to say the least, and I haven't had any problems with the mechanism or the gearing or the gear selection or nothing. These things just keep on kicking butt. All right, let's talk about this anti-slip combination wrenches that they have for sale. So we're looking at $100 per set. Okay, so $100 for the for either the SAE or the metric. Now I picked up the metric set. I'm looking forward to going back and picking up the SAE. I'd like to have both sets, okay? I like matching things, and I told you guys once upon a time ago, eventually I want to try to run with all Icon and just see how well we can kick ass with them. All right, let's go into their stubby wrenches. So they had some stubby wrenches, SAE metric, $50 a set. Also, I think a hell of a deal, and I can tell you I paid a hell of a lot more than $50 a set for my SAE and metric Snap-on ones that I have. So for that, I'm going to give this one a 2 thumbs up as well. I'm not sure about how the quality is for the smaller sizes, but I can guesstimate it's going to be pretty damn good quality, because the anti-slip ones that I've had no issue, and I've put some crap behind the 10mm. I haven't had any splaying issues whatsoever, so I'm not sure if they increased the quality or they saw quality assurance for that one. But again, another item that they've added during the first quarter. So if you haven't got a chance to check those out in person, go down and take a look. All right, another little batch of ratchet wrenches in the stubby that they have is the reversible ratcheting kind. Now this could be handy, especially in some awkward spots where you don't have enough room for a handle yay long, right? So I thought about that, and that's going to be on the wish list. But look, $100 for the SAE, $120 for the stubby. Getting a little bit up there in price just because of the ratcheting portion, in my opinion. We were at $50 for the non-ratcheting portion. I would have liked to have seen it a little bit cheaper, maybe somewhere between, I don't know, let's call it 75 maybe for the SAE and maybe 100 for the metric. I'm just tossing that. That's just my opinion, okay, my opinion. But I like it. I like the idea that they're offering it now. Jumbo wrenches. Now these I could sink my teeth in for sure, because I think I paid somewhere around 50 to 70 bucks, somewhere in there for the just the SAE Craftsman ones that I bought too. I'd have to go back and look in that video and see what it is that I paid. I've been using those Craftsman ones like you wouldn't believe, but I was very, very happy to see for $65 we could jump on the jumbo bandwagon for the metric set, and then $75 for the Icon SAE set. So still a fair pricing right there. Like I said, I think we're going to fall somewhere in between with the Craftsman ones that I picked up, and I picked up the SAE myself. So I like that. I like the prices they have for the jumbo wrenches. Let's go over their sockets for a little bit, shall we? So now we're in the 1/2 inch deep and shallow. Okay, so if you wanted to get your 1/2 inch deep and shallow in chrome with the Icon, we're looking at $60 for the deep, $50 for the shallow. Overall, I still think it's a very fair deal. Okay, we looked at the impact sockets. The impact sockets were only about $10 or $5 difference, so I think that you're going to be pretty satisfied with the chromes as well. There's a time and place for chrome, there's a time and place for impact, and I think their pricing is on par. They're keeping it relatively close for you, so I like that. All right, now let's take a little look here at this. It's an impact screwdriver socket set. Okay, you got the Phillips and you got the flathead. My first impressions of staring at this on the wall is, man, those flatheads are too big. Okay, so they put some sizes down here for you. I'm not sure what sizes they're running on, but they look just too big, in my opinion. I know that the most that you're probably going to end up using is your like your number 2, maybe even your number 3 in the flat, and your number 3 and number 2 in the Phillips when you're trying to crack those factory screws off the drums or brake calipers. But you know what? I'd have to put them to the test. For 25 bucks, I think it's worth a shot. Okay, I didn't care for the Pittsburgh impact driver with their brittle bits. Okay, their bits were more brittle than peanut brittle. So I'd expect a higher quality out of the impact screwdriver sockets that they have in flathead and Phillips. For 25 bucks, I think it's going to be worth a shot, and I think that might be a soon pickup for us to test out. All right, so this is a 3/8 drive now in metric and an SAE deep and shallow socket sets in chrome. You're looking at $35 to $40. Again, fair pricing. You can see that they have sold out of the SAE shallow, but you can at least see the price in there matching with the metric set. I like this, okay? One thing that I would like to see in the future, I know a lot of people have asked for it too, is maybe do like a 3/8 drive mechanic set or a 1/2 inch drive mechanic set. Doesn't necessarily need to be a master set. I know you guys got the 301 piece Harbor Freight set that a lot of people have praised. I personally would not praise it because I think the quality of the wrenches and the sockets in that set, they're not as good as they could be. But the Icon stuff being what it is, I would think that maybe it might be kind of cool to do that. You know, I'm just a little thing. You guys let me know down in the comments if you feel the same way. Wouldn't it be nice to have, even if it was a bare-handled ratchet, 1 3-inch extension, and 3/8 deep and shallow, kind of like how Craftsman did it from back in the day? I think I'd like to see that. That's what I'm saying. All right, 1/4 inch, shallow, deep, metric, SAE, $25 for the shallow, $30 for the deep. Again, a fair compromise, especially when we're losing that 10mm or that 8mm. Maybe you lost a different socket of a different size. I think for 25 bucks to pick up an entire set, boom, phenomenal. You know exactly what it is that you're going to get, and they cover pretty much all the sizes that you're going to want to use in 1/4 inch. So for that, I'm giving this one a 2 thumbs up as well. I've been utilizing the 1/4 inch and the 3/8 drive in chrome, deep and shallow, metric and in SAE, and I have thoroughly loved them. So I'm giving 2 thumbs up for those 2 sizes. I may pick up the 1/2 inch at some point in time. All right, going on to the next slide. So we got the E-Torx in deep barrel, okay? Now this is the first time I've seen this. I haven't really seen any E-Torx in deep barrel. Most of the E-Torx sockets that I own or have used have been in a shallow. But they have them for sale in 1/4 inch and 3/8 drive. So I like the fact they're adding a little something new, a little new technology for you guys to try out. But $25, 1/4 inch, 3/8 drive, and 1/2 inch in the Torx bit set, 12 piece. Now we're over here at the E-Torx deep barrel again. I didn't see any shallow barrel. Would have been nice to see a shallow E-Torx socket. And if you're not going to do it in chrome, maybe think about impact, but I'd like to see a chrome to go side by side with the deeps that you offer. All right, moving on to ratchets. So you guys know I've got a handful of the Icon ratchets. I've got the 1/4 inch non-flex head in bare handle. I've got the 1/4 inch in flex head. I've got the 3/8 drive in flex head. And I've got the 1/4 inch universal swiveled one with comfort grip. Thoroughly love them, okay? There was supposed to be an issue, some kind of recall that they developed, and I can tell you, I have not taken mine in for any kind of recall issues. I haven't had any binding issues. The only issue I had was once upon a time ago, the bit that went through the middle for the flexor on the 3/8 drive came out. I put some Loctite on it, ran it back in, haven't had an issue since. I've had to do this with my snap-on as well. And I've had to do it with Matco once upon a time ago. That screw just comes out. Loctite it up, run it in, stop complaining, move on, right? Charlie Mike. All right, but they also offer you ratchets in comfort grip as well. So your choice, okay? We can do bare handle for 27, 28 bucks up to about $35. You can do comfort grip from about $35, $30, somewhere in there, depending on what it is that you're looking for. We jump on down to the 3/8 now. We're anywhere from $40 to $45. I think it's still fair pricing. You go to your stubby versions that they have, you're looking at $35 to $33. And then, of course, we go to the bare handle and the 1/2 inch drive, and you're looking at $39.98 up to about $45. Extensions. They have some super long extensions here that they released during the first quarter for 40 bucks. Might be something worthwhile, especially if you're a transmission guy. We got our breaker bars. Okay, so they got the Icon breaker bars, 50 bucks. You can get them in a bare handle. So if you want to slip that cheater pipe over the top of it and not have to worry about damaging your comfort grip, guess what? You can get the 1/2 inch or the 3/4 inch breaker bars from them. Here's some other ratchets that they have down here in the 1/2 inch with the comfort grip. Again, $39 up to about $60 depending on length and grip. We all know that they've had the torque wrenches out for a little while, but I'm going to toss it in as an honorable mention because they have been phenomenal. I myself have the 1/2 inch, and I thoroughly love that thing. Okay? I think it's a great click-style torque wrench, and I recommend it to anybody. But they got it down here, so this might be, yeah, this is a 3/8 drive for 100 bucks, or you can get the 1/2 inch for 150 bucks. So again, pretty good deals. Icon screwdrivers. They just recently hit the shelf towards the end of the first quarter. 50 bucks. I've thoroughly enjoyed using them. Love having them. They also released this big bad mamma jamma, the freaking Toolbox, right? Everyone's talking about it. I got one that I got here at the house that I've been loving so far in the 56, but they got the 72, they got the 36 cart, they got the add-on cabinet, they got the add-on locker, they got the hutch, they got the hutch light. Okay, a lot of this I'll try to put prices down below, but if you're looking for a solid work box with 110 outlets and USB ports and a stainless steel top, they got you covered. And what else came out during the first quarter to cover a lot of this cost? How about Harbor Freight Credit? They did also offer that in the first quarter. So they're offering you a lot first quarter. So I don't know what they have to offer second quarter. Maybe they're trickling in some more stuff instead of having you guys wait around and hoping they're going to launch something new. They did their due diligence to make sure that they offered it all to you right away. And it's some pretty competitive prices, okay? Yes, the 73 comes in at around $5,000. The 56 inch comes in at $4,000. The 36 inch comes in at $2,700. They got the 56 inch hutch, $1,300. The 73 inch hutch, $1,500. The Work Center light bar for underneath your hutch, $100. They got a 56 inch top cabinet. You guys asked for it, they gave you the option. If you don't want the stainless steel top, boom, Alright, you put the top chest on it. They got the 73-inch top chest. Boom, $2,700. Okay, so now you got more drawers. Don't have to worry about the stainless steel top if you don't want it. They have a 56-inch overhead, $1,000. They have the 73-inch overhead, $1,300. Now you can go bottom chest, top chest, and then overhead storage if you wanted to stack it up as tall as a mountain. Okay. Stainless steel top. If you decide that you don't want the top chest, you want stainless steel top, and maybe you want one for your cart, 36-inch, $300. 56-inch, $400. 73-inch, $500. 6-key key-alike set, $20. So if you want to key coordinate your locker to your hutch, to your overhead bin, to your bottom chest, to your top chest, they got you covered. $20, 6 keys. Okay, end cabinet with drawers, $1,500. And locker, $2,000. They also had the Icon snap ring set. Now this has been out for a little while. You guys know I do not care for this product whatsoever. I don't feel like the tips actually fit into any snap rings that you're going to use in automotive. They might fit in the Harbor Freight ones, but you're not going to find the Harbor Freight ones attached to factory ball joints and things like that. Ergo, I got to give this product a 2 thumbs down. Hopefully they change and fix that. Okay, another little honorable mention here towards the end, because I know you guys aren't all psyched up for the Icon, but look, this is covering all the tools released within the first quarter that Icon has developed. I will tell you there is still some good Pittsburgh products out there that a lot of mechanics enjoy, to include their breaker bars. They have them in 3/8 and in 1/2 inch and even 3/4 if you really want to go that route. They're available, okay? You don't have to go the Icon route if you don't want to. But today's video was all about sharing with you guys every single tool product that Icon has launched within the first quarter. Now, what are some things that I'd like to see here come quarter 2? I'd like to see some swivel impact sockets. I'd like to see the E-Torx in shallow, okay? That would be something. I'd like to see some mid-size sockets in chrome, okay? Not necessarily impact, but in chrome. I think you guys have the open-end crow's feet, or at least you were talking about it. I might have missed it when I was in the store. Something tells me that you had the crow's feet in the Icon brand, but something else I'd like to see would be like a flare nut flex head wrench. That might be something to be kind of neat to toss into the mix. Maybe some more extension options. I know you guys have the super long 3/8 drive, 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch set. I think it's a multiple set, but I'd like to see some 1/4 inch extension options. I'd like to see some 3/8 drive extension options in the Icon brand, maybe with some heavy knurling and things like that. You guys let Icon know what it is that you would like to see released during the second quarter, but I'd like you guys to go down to the comments and let Icon know what kind of new releases you would like to see during the second quarter to add to your Icon tool lineup. What kind of tools you'd like to see them make in the future. Let us know down in the comments, and maybe, just maybe, Eric and all the other guys over there at Team Icon are watching, and they're going to take your thoughts and opinions into consideration for the next batch of product launches. If they don't do it second quarter, maybe they'll utilize those for new innovative products going into the third quarter. That's all I got for this video, guys. Thanks as always for watching. Cheers to those of you that have your beers. We'll see you next time. Deuces.